Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
2nd and 9 now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Dickey flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Hester. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one taken in by Hester. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Let's take a look now at how Green Bay will line up defensively. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Here's Allen, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Christensen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From a yard out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's how they'll line things up on the defensive side of the ball for Oakland. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 8, read. Mike 91. I'm on. Now.
On 1st and 10, Dickey rolling to it. Touchdown, Packers! An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On second down, it's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go. 60 or.
2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Pittsburgh. Get it.
They start on the ground with Ivory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, this is Ivory. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. They go to Ivory. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominant.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout?
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Christensen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's able to find Hawkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Dickey. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something. They come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Shotgun handoff this time. Ivory. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ivory. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Out of the gun, Ivory. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. To throw on 2nd down. Dickey escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Receiver downfield, offense.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. So the Packers down on the scoreboard, 65 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll run with Ivory. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Dickey. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Raiders, They climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.